I've always fantasized about going to the city of love with the love of my life, but instead I went with my ex. So welcome back to another Europe Chronicle, and this episode we're going to Paris.
No, it's a serum for your skin.
No, I feel weird as.
It's a night serum, so you're meant to do it at night.
After a long travel day, we finally arrived in Paris and got ready to go to dinner with our friends from Australia, Shakira and Kane. I was in awe listening to their travels from the last 3 months in Europe. Eager to heal our inner child, we decided to head to the happiest place on earth after having a bite to eat and having our first crepes of the trip. I surprisingly didn't record much from our time in Disneyland, but Ty and Bella decided to head home, and Nick and I stayed for the fireworks, which were at 10:30 at night. However, after a day of 30,000 steps and a lot of rain, we were so tired and ready to go home. I fooled myself into believing that I would be sleeping in this morning, but after battling with my mental health a lot on this trip already, especially in Paris, I decided to ground myself with some alone time in the Jardin. After a lot of deep thinking, however, I decided that I needed to treat myself, so I went and bought a croissant and a baguette and headed back to the Jardin to enjoy the time in the sun.
Taste test. What do you think?
Really nice.
Really nice. Out of 10?
9 out of 10.
Ooh! So Nick's got the chocolate praline one. I've got the framboise, which is like a strawberry one. And then I have a vegetarian toasty baguette kind of thing that looks amazing. What did you get?
Strawberry candy.
Strawberry candy. And what do you think of it?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, wow. Okay, I have the raspberry. That's a good one. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 for macaroon.
A lot of people believe that the Eiffel Tower is the best view in all of Paris. However, I believe the Arc de Triomphe is the most beautiful view with the Eiffel Tower in it. But of course, there is a lot of stairs to get to that point, but I promise you the view is so incredibly worth it. I feel like this day was definitely our scenic, beautiful sightseeing day because we decided to head to the Sacré-Cœur in Montmartre, which did include a lot more stairs than we thought. But I believe the more stairs they are, the better the view is because look how incredible it was. The weather in Paris wasn't in our favour, so we didn't get to see the beautiful Parisian sunset. However, I could have spent hours on these stairs listening to live music and just enjoying people watching. Although exhausted by the copious amount of stairs we endured throughout the day, we decided to head to this little bar in Paris, who served some of the best shots I've ever tried. But my mental health did start to take a toll on me and I decided to head home at 4 AM, tears in my eyes, accompanied by a girl that I had only met that night. Apparently, being emotionally and physically hungover overseas does not stop me from going out and sightseeing. So I hopped on TikTok and thought I would try the best chocolat chaud in Paris. But what we didn't know is it was right next to one of the best views in Paris. So we soaked the incredible view in, hopped on a train and headed back to the Jardins that surround the Louvre to lay down, feel the grass and let anxiety consume us while we contemplated life. Something I love so much about Paris is the fair near the Louvre. It is so incredibly sweet. And for a second you can imagine as a child what summer would feel like in Paris. Ty and Bella introduced us to this Italian restaurant that was right near where we were getting picked up for possibly one of the most incredible experiences I've ever done in Paris. We decided to book a river cruise around La Seine just before sunset, and it was the best decision I've ever made. We were surrounded by proposals and people in love, and then there was us.
So in love. Woo!
The last morning in a city is always so bittersweet, and although I wanted to visit the Musée d'Orsay, it was unfortunately booked out, and Nick had expressed interest in going to the Louvre, so I thought I would take advantage of any opportunity I could get to visit some culture and a beautiful art gallery. Every time I'm lucky enough to visit the city of Paris, I fall more and more in love, and rightfully so with museums like this, beautiful gardens and incredible food. The culture consumes me and I find myself infatuated more and more every time. We only had 2 hours to explore the halls of the Louvre before grabbing a bite to eat, heading back to our hotel, packing up our belongings, calling a taxi and heading to the airport. After a bit of reshuffling of our suitcases, we hopped on the plane to Firenze. See you soon!